Okay, what's up guys? We're back again with another cart talk. This week we have a very special guest who I just played golf with, Hailey Ostrom. Hailey,
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So, when did you start playing golf?
I started playing competitive golf when I was 9. We had Central Oregon Junior Golf Association, COJA, where I competed against other girls my own age and kind of learned like the sport and just like the rules and everything about golf.
So, do you think that your family members got you into it? Like, are your parents big golfers? Or?
Yeah, my dad started me in golf, and he basically said like the day that I started beating him consistently, like he was done and he was going to focus on me. So we still go out and play together, but he doesn't play as much as he used to.
Okay, so did he ever do anything like professionally, or was he just a guy that loved golf and just wanted to like pass it down to his children?
Yeah, he never played golf professionally. He didn't start playing until he was older, but he just thought it was a really good sport. And when I was younger, I played like every sport known to man. So it was kind of like my parents had the theory of like, go try everything and then figure out exactly what it is you want to do.
So what do you think like drew you to golf other than the other sports, since you had like what other sports do you like? Soccer, basketball?
Yeah, soccer, basketball, volleyball, tennis, like everything, but golf kind of came more naturally for me.
Okay.
Like I was better at golf without having to really try. I loved soccer. I feel like every kid at some point loves soccer, but golf was kind of the ticket to college. It was like, okay, I'm better at this. I should just continue to pursue this and practice a little bit more. But it wasn't until college where I really fell in love with the grind of golf and like trying to get better.
So you played in all 4 years of high school. On your high school team, did you go to a private or public school?
I went to a public high school.
Okay.
We didn't even have a team. Like it was literally me. Like my freshman year I had a team, and then after that we like couldn't field a team.
Wow.
So I would practice with the boys team, but they weren't that good. Sorry guys. They weren't that good. So I basically just was out there by myself, like me and my coach.
Wait, that's awesome. So then that's probably like drove you to be able to want to be part of like an establishment when you went to college. So what college did you go to?
I went to a small private Christian school in Oregon called George Fox University. So it had a really good golf program, and I really didn't want to go anywhere in Oregon. I wanted to leave. I wanted to be in the hot, like, desert. Yeah. But my brother was still in school, and I didn't want to be that far from him, and I just couldn't find a school that really, like, fit. So my dad suggested I go check out George Fox. It's only 3 hours from home. I have family over in the valley, and I loved the coach. She was amazing. I loved the team, and it just felt like the right fit. And I think looking back, I think there have been like 3 major decisions I've made in my life that have like led me to where I am and been like the best decisions I could have made, and that was one of them.
What are the other 2?
Moving to Arizona to pursue professional golf, and then I would say my boyfriend.
3 major ones. We might just bleep that one out, and no one's gonna know, because you know how that all goes. But
I don't care.
So when you went into college, was it like, okay, I want to play for 4 years, or you're like, I want to be a professional? Was it always your goal to go pro?
No, I went into school like not even being good enough to join to be a part of the 5-man team, like 5-woman team. Like I couldn't even make the lineup my freshman year, and I watched all of my teammates. I was always the 6th player, and at our school, my coach really believed in bringing the 6th player with to all the tournaments so that they could learn what it's going to be like to be on the team. And I mean, you're part of the team, but you're not playing for the team. Yeah. So I hated like watching everybody play for the team, and my scores never counted because I was the 6th player. So that summer I just decided like never again. I'm going to make the lineup, and I will never not be on the team again. And I left freshman year being the 6th player, And then I started sophomore year being the number 1 player. Like I
Wait,
worked
I just
so
goosebumps.
hard.
That is so amazing.
Yeah,
That's literally the definition of the grind.
Yeah, I worked so hard over the summer and I made it my goal. Like I walked into the season with so much confidence and was like, I'm going to be on this team.
Because confidence is key in golf. Like it has to happen. That's so amazing.
Yeah, so it wasn't until I would say my junior year I realized I had grown so much each year and I kept getting most improved, and I was like, wow, if I just keep doing this I could play professional. I mean, I think my dad really helped. He put that in my head, like you're improving so much. So by senior year I knew I wanted to go play professionally, and I think it kind of also took away the pressure of like, oh, it's senior year, like you have to do well. So instead I just really focused on like, it's not the end for me here, so I'm just continuously like trying to improve. And I think that helped me a lot, because you see a lot of players senior year, like they get mentally like, oh no, this is it, you know,
drop out and just not be able to do it.
Yeah.
So then where did you go did you go LPGA, or is there a different tour that you were on?
So there's mini tours. So there's kind of like 3 stages of professional golf. There's the mini tours, there's Symetra Tour, and then there's the LPGA.
Okay.
So I moved to Arizona and I started playing mini tours here. There's local tours, and I played as an amateur for a little while.
Okay.
And then I turned professional, played on those tours, went to Q school, I got Symetra Tour status.
Wow.
And I never made it officially to the LPGA. I played Monday qualifiers, but I never got that
So
far.
like at what point did you say to yourself, okay, I've tried so hard to get to this point, I've achieved so much? When did you say like, okay, maybe the LPGA isn't in my future?
I don't think it even like came down to, okay, this isn't in my future. I think, you know, I still believe that had I continued to work really hard and, you know, continued to grow, I think I could have got to that point, because the difference between a player like me and a player on the LPGA is so small. And it's really like one good week at Q school. That's all it takes, and then you're there. So it really didn't happen until the COVID years came, where I realized how much I had been growing on my media side of stuff and that side of my career, and I realized I had made a career out of that. Okay. So it just became like so fun for me to do that side of things, and I was still getting to play all the same courses, travel more, play golf, play with celebrities, do all the things I wanted to do, and not have the pressure of making a check every week.
Wait, that probably sounds a lot better. I was thinking about actually like going into the LPGA and how much pressure you would have doing that. So you feel okay with the decision that you made, being like, okay, I'm not gonna be doing the LPGA. I went as far as I went, and now I'm just doing everything that I want to do and more, which is so like, to clarify for people, even me, so you go and to travel, you're an influencer for golf, but travel to different places to represent brands, or?
Yeah, so I kind of do a lot of different things. So like you asked me earlier, like what's your day-to-day look like, and it's so hard to explain because it's so different from day-to-day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I can get hired to go to different events, tournaments, gigs, you know, whatever, and like go promote that event and showcase what that looks like. Normally it's a lot of golf stuff. Or for some of my partners that I have like long-term, like Michelob Ultra for example, I'll go do an event for them. And it might not be golf related.
That's nice though. Sometimes you can just go and just chill and be like, okay, I love doing golf, but sometimes you're like, sometimes it can get overwhelming.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's actually super fun when I get to go do stuff outside of golf, because so much of my life is just golf all the time.
Revolves around it,
Yeah, that when I get to go, recently I went to New York with Michelob Ultra and did like a boxing class. Like that was so fun.
Wait, I love boxing so much. I went like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, you get so a good workout and so much anger out. I was like, I'm gonna become a boxer.
Yeah, no, it's super fun.
So being, you know, in this type of world, it opens you up to so many more opportunities. And do you think that knowing now you get a taste of living this type of world, do you ever go back to structure and try and like poke around that like mini tour, like getting higher up towards LPGA, or do you think that you're pretty content with where you're at?
When I stopped playing, I refused to say I was done playing. I always said, for now. for right now, I'm done playing, because with
I
golf,
don't
like,
think
you
she's
can
done.
always you can always come back to golf. And honestly, I'm playing better golf now than I was when I was competing. Not maybe like, I was competing really well at the end of my senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I played really good, but after that, you know, I think the pressure kind of got to me with professional golf, and I made it too big of a thing. So I was always saying, for now, I'm done. But since then, I have not missed it. Like,
Yeah.
I really enjoy what I'm doing now. You know, I was grinding so hard, and being in Arizona, grinding in the summer, I would be out in the heat for 8 hours a day in 120-degree weather, like, physically making myself ill.
Yeah.
So I don't
a lot.
miss that. I miss competition sometimes, but you know, I go out and I play rounds with the guys, and I bet money, or whatever.
Yeah.
I find competitive ways and other things.
And being like a good golfer, and a woman, do you feel like it's hard to play golf with men, or do you just feel like it's easy and
I
fun?
like it. Like,
Yeah.
I love it. I usually prefer it. Like, no,
Same.
I have so
No,
much fun
same.
with you today,
Same.
so I love this.
I feel you, because I do the same thing. 'Cause it's almost like it's a weird thing where you're like, it's rare to have another woman, so
Yeah.
it's like very, not uncomfortable, but it's just not normal. So I can't say
it's
that I've
not
played
normal.
golf. This is my first girl that I've golfed with on camera, but normally I don't.
Well, I usually play a lot better too with the guys, because if the guys are really good, I start to like play up almost to their level. So I usually prefer playing with the guys, because it's just what I've been used to. I mean, like I said, I practiced with the guys in high school, and I just was so used to that. But it is fun when you find a group of girls, of women that you can go out and play with, because it's like,
it's just a different vibe. I feel like I
Yeah.
found that it's always like so different. You actually have to play up to them, because or else it's just like you don't know. But
yeah.
I get this question asked a lot, and I sometimes don't know how to answer it, because I haven't been in the golf world as long as someone like you. Girls will be like, oh, I want to play with my boyfriends and I want to get good. Like, how do you start? And I'm like, all I can say is just like practice and try and like have confidence. I mean, I don't know if you have a better answer than that, because I feel like that's not a very good answer to something like such a, it's a broad question, but I'm like, I don't know where to like literally start from the bottom, because like when I started, I was like, oh, I can hit the ball, but sometimes people can't, and I'm like, I don't even know like what I
feel like women just need to go out and like go to the driving range and see that it's not so scary, because a lot of the messages I get, women are like, oh, I don't even know what to wear, like, oh, golf courses are so stingy or whatever. And it would be intimidating if you've never been to a golf course before.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot of rules and people are nervous about what to wear. Like, don't even worry about any of that. Put on your like gym clothes and a t-shirt, you know, it doesn't matter. Go out and hit some balls on the range and just like try to hit the ball first. And once you get there, you know, don't force yourself to go out and play 18 holes. Go play 9. Play an afternoon 9 with your boyfriend or your husband or whatever. Take some beers with you, or just have fun. And you don't have to like hit every shot either.
And you
like,
don't have to make it like a huge deal. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just try to lessen it maybe a little bit.
Tee off here. Oh, okay, you didn't have a good tee shot, whatever. Like, go drop one wherever your husband's ball ended up and like hit from there. Like, it doesn't have to be this structured, like, tee off, hit this shot, take this drop, you know, just hit the ball every once in a while, and you're gonna start to feel more comfortable.
Just try to enjoy golf. But well, Hailey, I admire everything you're doing for women in golf. You're an amazing symbol for everyone to look after. And thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
You did such a good job.